Hey, welcome back to another episode for Life for Living Well. My name is Richard. Before I dive into the topic that I bring for us this week, I do like to say if you'd like to know one or two things about this community, you can find it out on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. And if you'd like to sign up to our weekly article or our video log on the YouTube. You can also sign up with your email if you enter the email into our email list. And every time we push the article out every week, you get a notification for it. And if you like to find some inspirational books, you can also check it on our book sections where the members of the communities have read and the book that are inspired of helping them in their personal journey make a recommendation onto it. So let's dive in without taking much of your time. The topic that I'm looking at this week is what I call the power of starting small and starting well. As we normally do when we release any of our podcasts, is to take one or two individual quote and use it as an open statement to build our message around it. So the first one of the code that I'm using for this article, for this podcast, is what I call Big Things Have Small Beginnings by Unanimous. And the second code that really touched me when I'm putting this together is come from Vincent Van Gogh. So he put it this way. Great things are not done by impulse, but by series of small things brought together. I was really touched by Vincent Van Gogh conclusion. As you know, he's one of the greatest or great painter, artist that ever lived. So when he put it that way, he showed his own inner work, and the thing that we saw today as the masterpiece is something that take many hundreds of steps that become the big one. So if we judge a child only by their first steps, it is easy to conclude that they have a long way to go. But revisit the same child months or years later, and the progress is self-evident. The same principles apply to many aspects of life, whether it is making your bed, washing the dishes in the morning as part of your routine. As small as these steps may seem, they are significant in the bigger picture. So, developing a habit like this will not only organize your space, but also allow or encourage you to cultivate a lifelong skills. And you will notice that these small actions instill character traits such as self self-discipline and determination to finish what you start. One of the major obstacles people face today is a lack of intentionality, persistence, and self discipline. Many years ago, when I thought about the amount I have to save or raise toward a project such as buying a house, traveling, or pay off debt, or buy a car, I felt discouraged for the length of time. What helped me was a combination of few processes, including seeking information in financial literacy. What comprised those training gave me three insights that I didn't know at the time. One of those insights is what you need to do to earn, that the more sources of incomes you have, the more opportunity you have, to grow your savings, to grow your investment, to pay off debt. Keeping what you have, that you don't earn 100 and you spend all the 100, is how much you able to keep from what you earn or what you come in. Not only just keeping it, you also learn how to grow it. So the skills that you have to earn, and the bigger or the smarter the problem you solve, will also reflect the volume of your earning. And if you have the lifestyle creeps or expenses that are beyond your earning, you will find yourself struggling to keep any of your income. You pay everyone except yourself. And if you don't have the right knowledge, you might think that putting this money in the bank alone, in savings alone, is the root path to grow. You'll be mistaken. So you get the information how to grow it, whether to invest in yourself, whether pay off your debt, whether invest in assets that grow every month and pay you some interest on top of it. So all of the processes took a series of small steps that add up to noticeable results in months and years. So there are many distractions out there, especially for younger ones. Focus too much on shortcuts, end result, rather than the process. So think about it like you building muscle. Takes time in the right process. But today, people are looking for drugs or artificial element that can pop up their muscle. Same attitude to many other goals they have. It is a mindset that won't help or create the result you desire for a long time. So, in a recent article by Mark and Angel, I vividly remember. So, if you want to read much about Mark and Angel blog, you will find it at www.markandangel.com. They have amazing, inspiring articles and resources that also can really help you in your journey. So they discuss three essential habits. One of those habits is simply washing your dishes by hand. Not throw everything into washing dish. So while it might seem minor, this single action has a ripple effect. So you ask, in what way? Bringing about multi-level changes in mindset and behavior. In Jordan Peterson's book, 12 Rules for Life, I remember rule number 1 is make your bed. How you do one thing is often how you do everything. It may sound simple, but this is single rule has transformed lives of many adults who felt lost or motivated or directionless. Almost every worthwhile achievement in life starts small, whether it is building a skill, launching a project, or developing a discipline. These things begin with small actions repeated consistently over the time. Eventually, they grow into something meaningful and often attract like-minded individuals who resonate with your efforts. I have had friends and acquaintances invite me to invest in their startups. One of my first questions is, how much capital are you seeking? Many respond with requests for millions in their local currency. For businesses they have never run or industry they have just entering. That will also lead me to my next question for them. So I ask, how much of this capital are you contributing? That is when the conversation often get awkward. It reveals a common mindset that starting something meaningful require a massive investment, often of someone else's money. But more often, that is not the case. The best thing begin with small, intentional steps, not grand gestures. So let's look at the power of starting small. A quick Google search return this definition I really like. In quotes, starting small and well evolves beginning with manageable, well-defined actions to build momentum and reduce overwhelm, ultimately leading to greater success. It allows for testing ideas, learning from mistakes, and refining strategies without significant risk, fostering confidence and resilience over time. So let's break it down what I just read from code that I took from Google. So let's break it down the benefit that associated with starting small. Number one, reduces overwhelm. How does that reduce overwhelm? Breaking down large tasks into smaller, more manageable steps make them less daunting. Think of washing a single cup or bowl. Do great things while they are still small. Number two, build momentum. Small win create a positive feedback loop. Simple habit like making your bed or washing your plate can possibly cascade into other areas of your life. And number three, fosters confidence. Achieving small goals reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed and build self esteem. Number four, encourages adaptability. Small steps allow for flexibility. It is easier to adjust and refine your approach as you go. And number five, instilling patience. Success is a journey, not a race. Practicing small habits teaches patience and helps you resist impulsive decisions, especially with money or external validation. And that takes us to number six, develop consistency and resilience. Regular intentional actions create a foundation for success. Over time, they build the discipline to persevere through setbacks. And number seven, which is last one, create micro habits. Tiny, repeated actions can lead to major transformation. They rewire your brain and make new behavior feel natural. So, what do you think about this message? So, I leave you with a final thought. The secret to achieving big goals often lies in mastering small, consistent actions. Over time, these compound into results that are obvious, both to you and to others. If you are struggling to complete what you start, whether it is finishing a book, staying consistent with your writing, or starting a project, consider beginning with something as simple as making your bed or washing the dishes. When this habit becomes part of you, it naturally cascades into other parts of your life. What small habit have you developed that made a big impact? Share your story. So thank you for your time. Until we meet again, have a wonderful week. Ciao.